Hello and welcome back to our adventures of Duncan Egg. We are heading to a tournament all the way down here, which should be a good use of our time. It's going to get us money, it's going to get us prestige, it's going to be a good thing for us. But it's not really improving our situation over here with this guy. Yeah, I think realistically what's going to happen here is we're going to wait about 7 years, at which point we're going to befriend him, which will give us the third requirement that we need, at which point we can get the land for free. I suspect that's what's going to happen, but yeah, we're going to need to see. That I'm kind of hanging around here hoping we get an event, but it's very optimistic to get an event, right? It's very much like it might happen, but it also might not happen. I don't think we've really got any way of like making him our friend. We could, if we really wanted to do it early, we could go into intrigue, and I think we could fabricate a hook on him, which would then allow us to do things. I guess actually what I could do I have a... I was just thinking, no, I don't have a court, right? Yeah, I don't have a court, so I couldn't do like a spy master here to then try and find secrets. No, it's just not a possibility, so... Yeah, I guess there's not really a lot we could do. Ooh, actually, something here though, while I'm here. Should I do this? We lose a little bit of money per month, but we have the money for it. Give us lifestyle experience. It's not that important, but I guess we could. There's also an argument we could do some of this as well. This only costs us prestige per month. I think I'm happy taking the prestige hit on that one, actually. We're gaining enough prestige that I think that I can take that hit and then give this character a chance of becoming better at their job. So, yeah, let's do that. I don't know if I'm going to take the money hit for, like, what is it, 20% lifestyle? It's only 8% monthly lifestyle experience. Yes, I'm not going to do that, but I'll take the prestige hit for now. Danger, serpent. Jordan Stillbloom has been stung by a serpent. Well, let's treat it. Fantastic. Okay. Alana is not feeling well. I think I know a cure. I've cured her of pneumonia. Captain Errant. We've had this one before. This is the one where he wants us to go to help him find the holy water, or whatever it is. The healing water. Yep. Careful. A beast. A guardian. The captain points to a stag standing between us and the fountain. Don't worry. I shall fight it. I got wounded and the healing water was destroyed. Okay, but I was treated of my wound. Greetings, my benign liege. I've come asking for your leave to marry my fellow courtier, Jane. Okay, that seems perfectly acceptable to me. Yep. I'm aware this is irregular, and you might think us a poor match, but I tell you this, I'm soon to be a father. Jane is bearing an unborn child, and, as your loyal subject, I most humbly beg you assent and allow us to be properly wedded. Yeah, okay. It's fine by me. First pursuit. This person has stolen my money. I'm going to say give it back, and we can leave it at that. Flawed fare. Darcy is in charge of our food supplies and sheepishly revealed our provisions are now all but useless, having been poorly stored. I'm not going to take the 1% chance of dying. I'm going to say it's just a bit of mold. We were too late. Oh, we must have had an event. Oh, we had an event that delayed us. Yeah, so we're just too late. So now we just turn around and come back again without going to the tournament again. Yeah, I think we need to take these estimates, like, with a pinch of salt. Every time it says that we can make it, we have to be like, okay, can we make it with, like, 3 months to go? Because otherwise, we're going to just get delayed and fail. Hey, our level of fame just went up, though. We're now exalted amongst men, which is fantastic because being exalted amongst men now means that we are 2 levels above this guy, which is good, because being 2 levels above him means that even if he gets enough prestige to go up another level of fame, it's gonna be fine, because we're another level of fame up. Alana is now Alana the Merciful. Okay. Any jobs for us here? Let's have a look. Anyone got anything? Yeah, let's do one of these. Right. So, there's one over here. Rescue your fair subject, rescue your fair subject. Okay, let's do this one first then. Let's go to Grain Keep. Right. Oh, I didn't need to hire mercenaries for this trip, but okay. I did, I guess. Oh, does it still have the bug where when you hire a mercenary, they permanently join your group? I think it might, but we'll have a look. It's going down here. No, actually it can't do, because we've hired mercenaries many times and our courtiers aren't expanding quite that quickly. Yeah, it used to be a bug, but I think that must be fixed by now. Anyway, rescue a fair subject. We want a 3-2. It's probably going to end up being pretty much as fast as it can be. Yeah, 12 days. It can be 2 days quicker per phase, but, you know, it's fine. It's still going to be fairly quick. Right, let's do it. Execute scheme. Wonderful. We have saved her. We're not going to try and recruit her. And we get our provisions, we get our prestige, we get our piety, all that sort of stuff. We don't get any money for that one, but, you know, it's not the end of the world. We don't necessarily need that much money. Let's move our camp up here. I just hired yet another mercenary one. Yeah, Captain Jarman. So we can actually have a look for Jarman now. My lord, hosting such an extravagant shindig as yesterday can be expensive. Well, let me compensate you for that then. I'm not going to give him a hook on us, but that's okay. Here, whenever you move your camp, gain fame equal to 15 times your diplomacy skill. Okay. We can keep doing that. That's fine. Right. Next. Yeah, I wanted to check with the Jarmans in our court. No, we're still at 25. Yeah. So, yeah, the bug has been fixed. It must have been fixed ages ago, because that was on release. We remembered seeing that. But anyway. Right. Let's travel to accept. We will do a 3-2. 3-2 seemed pretty much right. Yeah, it's the same whichever order I do it there, so that's fine. I was just checking if there was somebody who was slightly faster, but it's okay. Right. With certainty. I took Scholera out playing with a bow, and to my surprise she ran into a wounded doe. She did not hesitate in the slightest to bring it down. She can be ambitious. Okay. Okay, you can be ambitious. Ambitious, compassionate, inquisitive, and brave. It's a good collection. You've got a new Stand With Us contract. Okay. Lord Hugh has issued a contract in the war against the Tourney. So you have more troops, Hugh. No, you have significantly less troops. Oh, wait, no. Wait, Hugh issued a contract? Wait, who issued the contract? Contractor is Lord Hugh, and Hugh has significantly more troops. Yes, I will join your war. I will take your contract. Yes. Yes, I will join him. And I will raise some troops and I will go. Okay, that's fine. We're going to go down to here. Let's go. Do speed 5. I'm not even worried about anything here. I'm just going to go straight to the objective. Hey, we got to join in the battle. That's cool. New diplomacy perk. Yeah, I don't know. His thoughtful's pretty good. We could probably switch from diplomacy now. I got the perk I needed. When can I switch? I can switch in 2 years. Oh, okay. That's fine. Hey, we are now in charge. I think, wait, are we in charge of the siege? I think we are, which is perfect. So we can get credit for doing this siege. That's cool. Right, rescue the fair subject. We have done so, and we get a whole bunch of stuff for doing that. Right. And now I might as well just go speed 5 and let things roll. Level of devotion has gone up. We are now a paragon of virtue, which is nice. More same faith clergy opinion. And my contribution's high because I'm sieging. Nice. I'm doing what needs to be done. I actually don't have enough men to siege, but that's okay. Ooh! The Crown High Valyrian hybridization. Spurred on by positive relations and increased cultural exchange, the High Valyrian and Crownlander people have grown increasingly close over the years. Now, individuals from these societies have begun to view themselves not as one or the other, but as both simultaneously, a new Crown High Valyrian culture. Crownlander traditions and values form the backbone of this new culture, while various High Valyrian attributes have been adapted and integrated to meet the needs of their new society. Whether out of skillful manipulation or a genuine desire to lead his people into a new era, King Valar has positioned himself as the leader of this cultural awakening. Okay, I was a little worried it was going to completely screw us, but we're okay. We're fine. So I was worried because look how much converted to Crown High Valyrian. I was very, very worried that this land would convert and then that would completely ruin our plans. Wait, did this guy convert as well? Wait, that's fine though. Wait, that's fine if he converts because it's this guy I care about. Yeah, it's okay. I think we're fine. I think we're okay in our current situation, but it's definitely worrying. Anyway, let's see what changes he made actually. Let's do something. Oh yeah, somebody also pointed out he's old gods. I'm assuming his wife is old gods. Yeah, so he converted to his wife's religion. She's also a Stark as well. Anyway, but yeah, he's old gods. So they speak High Valyrian with Andal blood. I see. Domain of the Crown, Peritualism, Ruling Caste, Sorceress, Metallurgy, Loyal Subject, Xenophilic, Medicant, Mystics. And then I'm assuming the egg is High Valyrian still? Yep. Ah, so Blood of the Dragon has disappeared, interestingly. Yeah, Seafarers is being added to that one. Yeah, so, yeah, definitely some changes. Interesting. Okay. Kind of makes sense that in Crusader Kings terms there would be a hybrid culture, because High Valyrian is probably not quite accurate for what they are anymore. They're probably going to have converted to be something like closer to a Westerosi culture by this point. Anyway, you want to help Siege or? Okay, there we go. He is coming back. We do have 100% contribution, but that's because there's nobody else in the war. It's just, I think, right? Oh no, there are other allies. Yeah, I don't know why we have 100% contribution then. Anyway, we get that siege. We acquired the favor of a lady by doing that. I'm going to destroy that favor of a lady for 1 gold. And at some point, he'll end the war, I'm sure. There we go. Your contributions were vital to winning my war, and the bravery of your sellswords is much admired by my fighters. May this payment aid you in celebrating our great victory. That's a reasonable amount of money he gave us. Okay, okay. Let's disband our army. And then a grand tournament. But this one's... Whoa, no, time's on pause, no! Okay, this one's down here in Storm's End. So I'd get there about a month early. Is there a quicker route? I mean, the obvious quicker route is doing this. I guess is there slightly earlier. What about if I did this? I guess is there exactly the same time. So this is slightly earlier. What if I cut the corner here? I can get an extra day. What if I do this? So realistically, I want to do that probably. What about that? That's the same. Okay. Mercenary guards are fine. I don't have anything that's going to make us any quicker. I want to try and go to this grand tournament. Let's go. Right. Go. Hey, I get 7 days progress because I speak High Valyrian here. Nice. Okay, we might actually arrive in time for a tournament. That's crazy. We have arrived in time. So what are we doing here? A joust, a melee, a duel, archery, and board games. It's a 5-part tournament. This is insanity. It's great for us, though. Yeah, okay. Tourney grounds. Marching into the tourney grounds, I join a group of stout captains trading in barbs as their attendants encase them in armor. A few spectators already look down at us, chewing roasted meat and spitting bones. The churls call for a spectacle. Some of us gripe at this distraction from training. Others, amidst the hollering, insist that it's become a moment for proving. I'll show you all how it's done. I know I'm humble, but I need enough score to actually progress into the tournament. There we go. Let's go speed 5. Well, actually, let's go speed 4 for this. I can visit a locale in 9 days. Cool. Right, where am I going to go? Temple? The Father's Favor. I take a moment to myself in the small temporary Faith of the Seven shrine near the Godswood of Storm's End. Celessa standing a respectful distance away. Pondering in the presence of the seven who are one, I find myself wondering what it is I wish, in my heart of hearts, to see come from these days of revelry. Oh, Gorlas is competing. Ooh, okay. Bring me Glory the Warrior. That's what we'll ask for. Yeah, so Gorlas, John, and Oswin are all here. Okay. Yeah, interesting. We'll see how they do. And now, the jousting. That is a shield and a half. That is bright. Okay. Contestants circle the lists on horseback. Valets holding their arms aloft as the herald announces the contest commencement. Squires scurry to and fro, bedecked in their liege's colours, carrying equipment and supplies for the bouts ahead. The joust qualifiers have come to an end, and it's clear he'll be put forward for the quarterfinals as it stands. The varied pitches and volumes of the crowd's cheers leave no question as to the favourites. For my first bout, I've been drawn against my fellow contestant, Sir Galtry of the Knights in Green. Well, I think I understand why they're called the Knights in Green, obviously, due to the bright green. Okay. Who's qualified, anyway? So, Peasants Revolt, House Brandish, Sharpery, Deniver, Prop, and Hullcut. None of my knights qualified for this one. Alright, let's go. I'm not going to cheat. The Penurious Paladin. Crunch. 2 lances splinter viciously as they strike home. I roll with the recoil as I was taught, hauling myself upright as my horse slows to a walk. As I shake the cobwebs of the impact from my head, the growing commotion in the crowd causes me to glance back from where I had come. My opponent Galtry is clearly in some distress, not physical as far as I can tell, but he's engaged in what appears to be either an argument or a discussion with a hapless valet. Drawing closer, I hear a few fragments of their debate. What do you mean we don't have any more? You lost our only spare? I will offer him our lance. The banners flicker and flap in the breeze, stealing away the crowd's breath for a moment as I curb my horse. I hoist my lance as the previous events of the contest play back through my mind, like when I lent my opponent a lance after they ran out. It's time for one final pass, and it all comes down to this. Okay. Maybe if I hit them in the head. I think that's saying that we're going to fail, but let's see. It also suggests I'm part of a crowd here. Being part of a crowd at a sporting event can be a real treat. The atmosphere, the sound, the sights. The only problem is it can sometimes bring as many downsides as it does boons. One such downside has just materialized. I find myself stuck behind the large frame of Gawain. I lean first one way, then the other, but his sheer size occludes the action almost perfectly. I sigh loudly and tap my foot. Gawain doesn't budge. Cheers ring out as something huge and exciting happens. My collar begins to rise. So I can say, I'll make you kneel to watch. Excuse me, could you move? Or never mind. I'm going to say, excuse me, could you move? You refused, also I just lost the joust. I probably shouldn't have lent him the lance, huh? First, the sound of the crash, then an instant later a shuddering jolt at my arm, then suddenly another sound, the crowd's acclaim. My lance strikes home with force, shattering on my adversary's shield. Even more notably, they have missed entirely. We reset once more, but as I charge, something feels off, the rhythm of the horse, or the way my armor sits. My lance veers off target at the last moment, but I feel his strike true, bucking my shield before the deafening crash and explosion of splinters. The judges call an end. I have lost. Confounded. Okay, the quarterfinals are over. We have Galtry, we have Tantan, we have Mathos, and we have Andro. Okay, well, let's see. Sabotage. Before the joust contest has even begun, someone has been caught in the act of sabotage. Lord Tanton was trying to poison Lord Mathos's horse, swapping stable feed for tainted batches while the squire slept. The Lord Paramount has outrageously pardoned the wretched cur, who will still be allowed to compete. Wow. Okay. Galtry's through to the final. Mathos is through to the final. Galtry, is he going to win? Let's see. And the winner is... well, somebody. First the sound of the crash, then the instant later shuddering jolt up my arm. What an odd thing. This is obviously not correct. Anyway, right, it's been decided. Mathos unhorsed Galtry in an almighty exchange of blows. Alas, Galtry was maimed for his efforts and died soon after. Well, I guess we came out ahead in the tournament then, because we didn't literally die. So, cool. Yes, well, Lord Mathos of the Green Poles has laid the coveted wreath in the lap of Lady Mary of the Stormlands, crowning her the Queen of Love and Beauty. I see. Well, we get Jouster for 5 years. Cool. Oh, there's always next time. My son and heir, Aegon, is an unusually calm child. He became pensive. Okay, tourney grounds. A strongman show. I'm going to study their techniques for some extra score. But the melee, I think, is one that we could win. I mean, I thought we could win the joust. I think we can actually win all, apart from maybe the board game, but even that I think we've got a good chance on if we can qualify. Let's go back to the temple. For dust you are. The yard around the sept is deserted this close to sunset. I hear a rustle around the leaves and see the silhouette of a small animal running among the tombstones. The carvings are almost gone in some of them, clearly visible in others. I take a step towards them. When my time comes, I'll have to make sure I'll have a better resting place than this. Oh. Okay then. I don't like that he said soon that'll be me. Hopefully not too soon. Almost there. This one, I'm going to continue increasing my score. I know it's stressing us out, but score increases are good. You know. Melee contest. I am on Lord Paramount Leo's team. Leo Tyrell. Okay, fair enough. So it's the two Lord Paramounts competing against each other. Burning buildings. We had this one previously. We say truce. We want to stop Storm's End getting a village destroyed. It worked. Okay. My blade has fallen. We had this one before. I'm going to try and re-equip it. I successfully re-equipped it. Here, I'm going to go for an 82%. One more push. We got a neutral outcome, and I think we might have... oh, we lost, I think, actually. Lord Paramount, Simeon's team has beaten Lord Paramount Leo's. Well, we get melee participant, which is nice, but it would be nice to win one of these, I suppose. Duel, this is our chance. This is our one. I increase score. Anything that increases score is definitely what we want. I'm going to go back to the church again. 2 moons. A portent, a sign. I hear yelling coming from the sept as I approach the door. Celessa stumbles upon me, pointing at the sky. Following her frantic eyes, I see it, the moon. Another moon. I've read about it in archives of old. It announces something, but what? I gain astronomer for a monthly lifestyle experience of 15% permanently. Yeah, I'll do that. That sounds pretty good. Okay, back to the tourney grounds in a couple of days. Okay, captains. What you do not know, ask humbly to be taught. Together we represent the Sir. Let us be, together prepare for our glories. So I'm trying to increase our scores. So ours goes up slightly, theirs goes up moderately. We can go both slightly and get experience. Or we can try and make John specifically get prowess. I'm going to choose the top option. Yeah. So we got score and they got scores. So they're all getting better at what they need to do. And hopefully they'll actually qualify for one of these. Can I do anything before... nope. Can't do anything before the next thing. Next time I can visit somewhere is in 20 days. I'm ready. So I qualify. Did anyone else qualify? Lord Paramount was put against... this guy from House Miller, Sir Uthor, is against Prince Maekar, who's here. Okay. Robin is against Baron. Alright. Well, last time we were with Maker in a tournament, so all sorts of things happened, so I'm ready. By any means. I swing and swing again, battering away Samwile's guard. A hefty shoulder push sends him skidding backwards, legs akimbo, and I see a golden opportunity. Acting entirely on instinct, I swing my leg through a long arc, foot thundering into his groin with a heavy thud. Samwile lets out a cry somewhere between a gasp, a cough, and a groan. Trembling fingers barely grasp the weapon as his eyes immediately cross with pain. Within seconds he is doubled over, barely able to stand. I'm gonna say, oh, sorry, I didn't mean to. This is the one where we choose the highest one. I choose the top option. And I believe we have finally managed to get past the quarterfinals. That's good. Right. Victory. Lord Paramount's through. Okay. Been drawn against Sir Uther, the Underleaf. Oh, it looks like Makor didn't make it through either. Baron made it through instead. I can do this. Fighting patter. A light wind stirs the air around us as Uther approaches me, swords readied. I look around for any advantage, as any good duelist does. No uneven ground, no low sun to blind him, no weakness in his stance. I stand ready to fight fairly. I shout from the crowd, some fool falling off a stool, no doubt. Causes Uther to pause. He focuses on me twitchily. It's said some need to be free of distractions to fight. Perhaps Uther is one such man. I'm going to focus on the fight. Remember our training. And we have won. Okay. We are through to the final. As is Lucantine, which is a huge twist as he wasn't even in the semi-final. So that's amazing from him. Yeah, I don't know how he managed to do that. And no one won. No one won. There was no duels. No one won the tournament. Okay. A new hire. I'm not going to offend this guy. Or stress ourselves out. Yeah, so the duel just had no winner, which is lovely. Very nice. Well, let's go to the tents next. Sweet words. I'll be surprised if Gorman doesn't sweep the floor with the other contestants. I hear as I walk around the camp. A group of visitors are eating around a pot. I spot the very Lord Gorman sitting with them. You exaggerate, my friend, he says as he puffs his chest. I lock eyes with him and give him a subtle nod. If you'll excuse me, is there something the Lord wishes to discuss? Let's just say I want a fair fight. That's fine. At least I'm getting prestige while I'm doing this. Even if I'm not getting money. Boisterous revelry. I'm not going to do that. Ooh. Our wife is pregnant. Oh, okay, cool. Right, back to the tournament. Time to show the world my skill. Hopefully this doesn't fail, because archery tends to be okay. This guy wants quiet. We'll let him have quiet. Okay. Miss Loose. Samwile has just been shot by an arrow. Well, I'm going to say call a physician for Samwile. That seems like a good idea. And then let's go for Prowess Martial. I'm one with my bow. We got a great score increase. And we have won. Fantastic. We won something. We won the archery contest. I think for the second time, right? So we get Merry Aim, we get money, and we get a ton of prestige, which is huge. In fact, we have enough prestige to do that event that people wanted me to do. In fact, I think we have enough prestige and money to do that. Fantastic. Okay. Like to see it. Tourney grounds? Be a man. I greet a band of captains as they wander past me. One straggling behind the rest makes me pause. Spinning on my heel, I call after the figure. They're clad in shapeless, ill-fitting armor, their eyes wide and clearly terrified beneath their helmet. Something isn't right here. Stepping forward, I rip the helmet off before they have a chance to react. Standing before me, looking around furtively to see if anyone else has noticed, is none other than a woman, dressed as a captain no less, planning to compete as a captain even. Do I want to recruit Jane? You know what? I think I do. I think I'm going to recruit Jane. She'll become my captain. Okay. Although she's actually allowed to compete in the board game contest, given. But anyway, doesn't matter. Let's go to the artisan's quarters. On the blade. What magnificent work she's done, I hear a knight proudly say, leaving the workshop, the shimmering blade reflecting the sun like a crystalline lake. I push the door open and I'm greeted by bursting flame. Are you going to compete like that? The weaponsmith asked, pointing at the Riverlander's sword that hangs from my belt. You have the gold, I have the steel. So I can get a sharpened blade, so 1 prowess, but only for the duration of the tournament. Prayer forever. A motto, forever. Or I'll keep my gold. Scribe a prayer on it. Yeah, okay. That's fine. And back to the tourney grounds. I will again try and increase my score. Which I did. Fantastic. And now it's time for board games. I'm ready. Okay, Salt Dornish rules. I keep my train down the Savas as my opponent prepares to make her next move. To my shock, Jahan picks up her piece and breaks the rules right in front of me. What manner of trickery is this? I object. Oh, forgive me, I was under the impression we were playing by Salt Dornish rules. And say, Judge, teach me the Salt Dornish rules. Perhaps some coin will bring the judge to my side. Let's say, teach me the Salt Dornish rules. We can choose one of these. Let's go Knowledge of Warfare. Yes, I'm through to the semi-final. Fantastic. That's good. We have managed to get there. Next. Duncan, Jeremy, Ganwell, and Chael have made it through this far. Okay, we're against Jeremy. Tabletop Tantrum. Jeremy's mood suddenly turned several moves ago as he realized a simple mistake had all but decided the game in my favor. Yes, yes, you win, Sir Duncan. Happy? I would say you could have just conceded. Chael knocked Ganwell out, and is now us versus Chael. A cunning maneuver. I'm not going to cheat. I'm going to draw off my Knowledge of Warfare, and I believe we have just won the board game contest. Fantastic. Okay. It's what we like to see. Hopefully. Yes, I won. I got more prestige, I got more money, I got Grandmaster. Fantastic, and I'm going to receive another prize. So I get 2 prizes. So, Lord Paramount Simeon's team carried the day in the melee. I had the finest aim in the archery. Mathos broke innumerable lances to prove their quality in the joust. My sharp mind outthought all adversaries to win the board game. And nobody's talking about the duel at all. I guess nobody won that. So we got bow experience. We're now at level 1 bow, which is great. A tiny health boost. We got horse experience. We're almost at level 1 horse. We got foot experience, almost at level 2 foot. And we got wit experience, which means we are at level 2. In fact, we're almost at level 3. We got the prize ring, which is okay. And the prize necklace, which is also okay. This guy got a hammer. And Baratheon gained some renown. Okay. That seems very good. Yeah. Okay, what a great occasion, we say. Yeah. That seems good. I like how it only has 2 winners at the end as well. Okay. A crown high Valyrian medicant. Well, I'm just going to move on. I'm not going to convert my religion. Let's see what I've got here. So I can probably replace that now with the prize ring or the necklace. Good necklace here. Well, I was kind of hoping to put it in that one, but that's okay. Favor of a lady I can now destroy. This one... It's probably better than the Lucky Rabbit's Paw overall. Yeah, it gives you more bonuses anyway. Let's destroy the Lucky Rabbit's Paw as well. Right. Okay. Cool. We now get to come back. And that's that. A Camp Revelry, we'll probably do that at some point. You're now 12, which is good. We've advanced some time. And I can also do Captain of the Boar, although it won't do anything because, well, it won't do this one, which is a little annoying. I won't do the Travels of Sir Duncan. We should be fine to do this. Yeah, because I need 500 for this, right? 500, 2,000. Yeah, I'm good to do this one now. I've seen wondrous things. The bright sun rising over snowy mountain peaks, the effervescent gutters of sprawling cities, temples harbouring the most pious and the most wretched souls, the works of men across centuries, nature's wonders crafted by the hand of the Father Almighty, I have seen it all. I've talked with highborn and lowborn alike. I've seen people live in a myriad of ways. Such a trove of astute observations, of my faultless reminiscences, would be a cherished marvel for anyone but, with but a spark of curiosity, should I decide to write it down. I have not told half of what I saw. Let's increase lifestyle experience for future holders. Okay. And now that we've done that, I believe it's going to carry on like over several events over time. So, also just doing that to get rid of... Oh, actually, wait, did that just write it immediately? Oh. Never mind, I thought this was a multiple event one. Never mind, there it is. 40% monthly lifestyle experience if it's not Duncan. The game just crashed. The game crashed. That's good. That's good. Right. When I tried to hover over the requirements. You know what it probably is? It's probably related to your house, right? Yeah, and we have no house. Because you can't normally play as lowborn. So that might just be bugged. Yeah, that's not good. That might be bugged. Anyway. I'll put a cut in the video and we'll be back once the game loads. Okay, so it appears to be just after we got back, or just after the tournament ended. Never mind, it's actually in the board game tournament. Okay, we're going to rush through the board game tournament. We won. Okay, we're going to continue rushing through the board game tournament. Oops. Okay, that's fine. We'll do this. So you could have just conceded. I can do this. I'm not going to cheat. Knowledge of warfare. I lost the board game tournament. That's very annoying. It is very annoying that we now lost it. Due to the crash. But that's okay. I gained some stuff for coming second, which is nice, I guess. Yeah, we get some experience, but not as much as we got. And we got a prize scepter instead. Which is a trinket. Okay, well, get rid of that, equip this, destroy the favor of a lady. Yeah, we didn't win the board game tournament. I can ask my head of faith for gold, though, which he will now accept. That's nice. Okay. Is that due to my new trinket? Might be, due to independent ruler opinion. That might actually have tipped the scales. Yeah, because he should be getting 12 from that, right? Assuming he's he's not an independent ruler. Anyway. Right. I'm going to just go past that one. And we have now arrived in Stokeworth. We are now back. And I am not going to hit the travels of Sir Duncan because, well, it doesn't seem to work. It seems to, like, cause issues. So I'm going to not do that. I'm also sure that this would also cause issues. So I'm not going to do that for now. What I'm going to do for now is I'm going to end the episode. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.